for a little break somewhere before then, Jim.
It's hard to believe it's already time to go back to school. Christmas is going to be out in the stores pretty soon, you know it?
Hopefully we'll be a little cooler by then.
It may take till then, the way it's looking. We just cannot seem to catch a break. And we're talking a lot about records lately, temperature-wise, but this drought is moving us into the record books, too. These are the lake levels today. Lake Buchanan, remember, these are our two main water storage reservoirs on the Highland Lakes. Buchanan, 15 feet below average. Lake Travis is only half full now at 27 feet below average, and its level today is number 5 on the all-time record low level list there. All-time lowest, 614, happened during the drought of the early 1950s. And boy, I tell you what, if this drought does continue for another year, like we talked about last week with that new La Nina watch that's out, and the lake falls like it has this year, well, it could actually reach that level. Now, that's not to say that the lake will fall at that rate, because the LCRA will put into effect certain requirements. They will reach certain levels when the lake goes down at certain intervals that require them to curtail the amount of water that's released downstream. So it may fall more slowly, but certainly something to keep an eye on now, the lake, as it continues to reach those historic lows. Well, we are continuing, obviously, to keep an eye on the historic temperatures lately. If you weren't around this weekend, you might have missed it, but yesterday we broke the all-time record. We've never seen this many 100-degree days in a row. So in terms of that, consecutive hot days, this is the hottest summer we've ever seen. 106 is the high temperature today at Camp Mabry, or was. That was an hour and a half ago. 103 at ABIA also was above 100. Did not break the record today, but again, the record today is 110, the hottest day ever in Austin. That was back in 2003. So again, the number of consecutive days is at 23, and that is an all-time record. And I think we're going to move to 30 days, a month of consecutive days before we see a break, and that's not to say that that's where it's going to end. We don't see the end of the 100-degree days right now in terms of the weather pattern we're looking at. And so overall, 55 days this summer. That still has us in number 4 on the all-time list. But if we keep hitting 100 degrees every day, on August 23rd, we will hit 70 days, and that'll be the most we've ever seen. And again, the way it looks right now, that is a possibility. Live view from our hill country camera. You remember last week, at least we had a few puffy cumulus clouds out in the hill country, even when Austin was completely clear. But that ridge of high pressure shifted a little bit to the west, and now is more of an influence on the hill country, maybe even than Austin, because there's not a cloud out there. It's 104 in the city. At 8 o'clock tonight, 100 degrees. At 10 o'clock tonight, we're expecting about 94. It's 106 in Llano, under that clear sky. 103 in Burnett and Marble Falls, 102 in Johnson City. Metro, everybody is at least 102 degrees right now, still 104 in Cedar Park. Eastern counties, everybody is at least 100. Cameron, as hot as 106. All right, let's check it out. Heat index-wise, 107, 108 look to be the hottest numbers right now. All right, 104 in the city. It's 103 at the airport. Skies are mostly clear. Winds are south. There is a little breeze today, about a 12 to 15 mile per hour wind. 8:18 is sunset tonight. You won't see the mole count this low very often. 153 in the low category. Around Texas, everybody's baking. 103 in Dallas, 106 in Waco, 102 in San Antonio. Heat index numbers even hotter, of course. 107 all the way up to the Red River. Everything continues to rotate around the state. Even if the center of the high is shifted a little bit to the west, it hasn't changed our weather. In fact, we thought it might drop us a few degrees, but we saw that over the weekend slightly, but not today. And here's the outlook through the 22nd. This takes us right up to that 23rd, when we would break that all-time record. Hotter than normal, drier than normal. Absolutely nothing's changed. If anything changes, it would have to come out of the tropics, and there's nothing out there today at all. Mid-upper 70s tonight, tomorrow. Let's go 100 to 106. In Austin tonight, clear, 78 in the morning. Tomorrow we're going to forecast 106, which will be another record breaker. Not just in terms of days in a row. We'll tie the record tomorrow. These are the records, 106. I think we'll break the record on Wednesday with 107 possibly. About 105 on Thursday, tying the record again. And then beyond that into the weekend, just absolutely no relief.